Cuyahoga Falls is one of the earliest industrialized communities in northeastern Ohio. Before steam technologies were developed, residents of this community used the moving water of the Cuyahoga River to power their grist mills and machine shops. Dams were constructed on the river to produce more power as demands increased. The falling water over the dam used to power machines is known as gravity-assisted power. One of the companies inside this machine shop is Gravitational Energy Corporation, where they're rethinking gravity-assisted power. Well, instead of using the power of the river to generate power, they're using the power of a swinging pendulum. Great idea. Let's go in and take a look. Wow, look at that. Now that is one large pendulum. Hi, Bruce and Art. How does the pendulum technology work?
Oh, hi, Dave. Well, let's go take a look at our first prototype, and I'll give you a demonstration.
I'm here at the Feltenberger pendulum prototype, and I'm going to get this thing moving. So let's see what happens here. Just kind of a little bit of pressure, not a lot. And it kind of takes over, it's swinging, and I think this is the position you wanted it at.
That's right.
So I can do it with a couple of fingers here, not a big deal.
Well, Dave, this technology is really quite simple. This is an early machine that we built. You know, in the inventing process, you go from an idea, you put it on paper, but then it would be nice to be able to show it to people and let them feel how it works, such as you're doing here. So this is an early prototype. Actually, it encouraged us to go forward with additional work. And you'll see, much like the gravity-assisted power found in hydroelectric power plants, we operate with taking energy from a falling body also. In this case, it happens to be a pendulum. And then the heart of the technology lies in this area where we cause it to move in another direction. Okay, it communicates with the swinging of the arc, and it goes in a straight line, and we're then able to transfer that into the piston in a reciprocating pump. And that can be used for a variety of purposes, such as pumping hydraulic fluids, pumping water, and so on. And in this case, we've developed a machine here that can lift weights to show us exactly how much work it's doing. So I'm going to go ahead and engage the workload for you. And it's currently now lifting 60 pounds. And I think that you would probably agree that it's not very difficult to do that. You can probably barely notice the change.
I don't really feel any difference at all. Well, Bruce, you built the prototype. Then you had some data that was real-world data.
That's right.
What'd you do next?
Well, the next step was to apply for a U.S. patent, which we received. And in the course of refining the machinery, going from this prototype stage, we were then able to improve on this process over here, which allows us to push the pendulum all the way around 360 degrees, or less than that, like you were doing, and still achieve this motion right here. In the course of doing that, we also found a way that we can adjust for how far this moves, so that we can change a selector pin and allow it to create greater volume or greater pressure. And because of that, we were able to attach water filtration systems to our machines so that we can pump water and clean it up, make it safe for drinking. And if you need even cleaner water, we've added a reverse osmosis system which requires greater pressure, and we can power that also. And because of that, we put together a machine that's a little bit bigger than this one, and obviously more refined because this is a prototype. But that machine was then donated to the earthquake victims in Haiti shortly after the earthquake last year, where they've been successfully using that machine about 3 hours a day to produce safe drinking water for about 4,000 people daily.
So water for 4,000 people in just 3 hours of a day. I can see if this could have application in natural disasters all over the world.
Well, yes, you're absolutely right. As a matter of fact, we're currently in the process of building 2 machines for a Northeast Ohio firm for use in an emergency management program as in the case where you maybe have tornadoes or floods or earthquakes like in Haiti or more recently Japan. And the machine will be able to produce a lot of clean drinking water. We're also now developing an attachment for that same machine which can generate electricity for use in recharging of cell phone batteries and lighting of LED systems and that sort of thing.
So this system can be used to generate electricity?
Well, yes, it can, Dave. In addition to generating electricity by hand, the same technology can also be used on a much larger scale. As you saw on our large pendulum when you came in, that machine is 18,000 pounds, and based on various tests we've conducted, we believe we can generate commercial-grade electricity with that machine and do it while we're using a lot less fuel than what other systems require. We're hoping to get down near 50% of the fuel. So we would reduce the fuel or use the same amount of fuel and produce twice the electricity. In fact, in normal power plants, the efficiencies are only around 40 or 45%, so there's a lot of room for improvement. My partner Art can explain another way to look at efficiencies.
Let's look at it from another perspective. Slow moving saves a lot of time and a lot of money and a lot of maintenance. When systems move slow, they last a lot longer. When I was in the hydroelectric business, we got to go down on the New River and see a generator that's been running for over 85 years at 125 RPM, almost like it was brand new. When we got out the drawings, they were signed by George Westinghouse himself. Now let's take a look at our own company. We raised $1.5 million without government help to get us to this point. And we're in the process of taking it to the next level, so we're raising some more money to take the technology further down the road.
So if someone wants to order a unit, how do they contact you and how long until delivery?
Well, they can go to our website, 3 words run together, gravityassistedpower.com, and all the information is there. And when we receive an order, it takes 6 weeks to get the system to you.
Gravitational Energy Corporation is an example of an American-based company that's swinging to the challenge to provide energy in a more sustainable way worldwide to the benefit of all of us. For Sustainable Life, this is Dave Kettlewell.